For those reaching the end of life with a terminal illness, hospice care can help manage pain and get them through their final days. Medicare often pays for almost all of it, but that could also make it ripe for fraud. A watchdog report says suspected Medicare hospice fraud totaled almost $200 million in 2023. A CBS News investigation found 4 years after California vowed to stamp out this fraud, many hospice operations with red flags remain in business. CBS News correspondent Adam Yamaguchi shows us what this means for your tax dollars.
69-year-old Dr. Lynn Ianni was, according to Medicare records, dying in hospice care 2 years ago, something she discovered when she sought physical therapy for a pickleball injury.
I was shocked. They said, "You're in hospice." And I said, "What? What are you talking about? Do I look like I'm in hospice?" She goes, "No."
Ianni's Medicare number had been stolen and used by a company to fraudulently enroll her in hospice care, which she obviously didn't need.
Just to think you're literally without coverage because of some ridiculous fraudulent thing.
My name is Adam Yamaguchi. I'm with CBS News.
A CBS News investigation found an industry ripe for fraud, especially in California. Companies accused of overbilling, real patients denied care, and it's costing hundreds of millions of taxpayer dollars. The hospice Ianni was fraudulently enrolled in is called Fortuna. When we called, no one answered.
Cannot accept any messages at this time.
The state of California increased monitoring of the hospice industry 4 years ago, identifying the potential hallmarks of fraud. CBS News analyzed every hospice licensed in LA County, more than 1,700, and checked for the same warning signs the state used, like multiple hospices packed into one building, or caregivers whose patients, supposedly at death's door, are discharged alive.
You can't throw a rock without hitting a hospice.
We brought our findings to Sheila Clark, a hospice patient advocate, showing her the more than 700 agencies with 3 or more signs of potential fraud. Clark took us through an area of Los Angeles that's home to nearly 500 hospice company offices in just a 3-mile stretch.
There's one hospice here that hits all 6 of California's red flags of possible fraud.
Well, there's no hospice there.
Legal office.
Yeah.
With a ton of mail just sitting there.
This provider is still licensed with the state. Clark tells us when offices like these close abruptly, it's real patients in desperate need who pay the price.
How does that make you feel?
Sad. Really sad. Because I talk to them every day. I'm sorry, I'm going to cry.
California Attorney General Rob Bonta is responsible for investigating the industry in the state.
I wonder how they can go for a full year and still not have their license revoked. Is that a systemic failure?
We need to be responsive to the red flags and react to them, not just count them, but do something, take action.
Bonta says his office has brought criminal cases for hospice fraud against 109 defendants.
We will continue until hospice fraud in California is rooted out.
Though Medicare is federally administered, the state licenses hospices to be able to operate. California extended a moratorium on new hospice licenses through next year. Now, officials tell us they're still working on emergency regulations to hold those hospices accountable that were supposed to be enacted at the beginning of this year. Adam Yamaguchi, CBS News, Los Angeles.